And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Final Fantasy Tactics Struggle for Freedom. Sorry, I just got a little lightheaded there for some reason. That's just because, it's that time of year, not just the holiday shopping, but the very cold weather also has to cause me to give me some sniffles, and I've just been feeling out of it. Taking nasal spray every day, while it does help, also gives me that icky feeling inside. So it's just not a good feeling at all. And it also has been a while since I did play this game. I've just been really busy with, not just with work, but been trying out other games. I got a lot of games on a discounted price during Black Friday. Just been paying attention to those for a bit. This is also the part of the game where I do start to jump cut quite a bit, and that's just because I'm just basically trying to skip areas that we've already seen before. And so if you do see any sudden transitions, that's because I'm just jump cutting. It's just to help trim down the fat of the video, if you will. So you can definitely expect me jump cutting around quite a bit from this point forward. Again, because the only other time I'll be showing off the familiar area, if it's like something new happens, like a new cutscene, or if I'm trying to do like a side quest or something. That's really about it. Pretty much other than that, you're not gonna see me just do everything. You're not gonna see me run through the same areas over and over again, is what I'm just trying to say. Other than that, I talk about some other stuff, while I'm doing some post-commentary for this video. The Season 4 of the Single Class Challenge AI Tournament for FF12 Arena is going to be commencing very soon. We're still trying to get the brackets going. We're trying to get the maps selected, as well as assign matches to the hosts, like myself. So that will start very, very soon. So we'll get to that at some point. The other thing too is the other thing too for me is that I have also became a affiliate for Twitch. So I'm trying to get that worked out where I can start receiving revenue from Twitch, as well as people that like to cheer me and send me bits. I do want to eventually branch out into doing other projects for live streaming, and I'll try to do a streaming session on a weekly basis, like maybe like one of those like hour and a half, 2 hour streaming session. I think those would be perfect for those like to stick around. And if you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel as I upload it there. It's just simply Baron, Barren. You can also get notified as well if you click on like the little bell icon next to the subscribe button. You can also get notified when I be uploading my videos as well. I will try to be more consistent with my YouTube uploading. And I do want to try to branch out on other projects as best as I can, and do other games I really enjoyed during my childhood, like the Mario games or the Sonic games, the Metroid games, the Castlevania games, all that jazz. I just don't want to just limit myself to just role-playing games at this point. I know I like RPGs, I do, but I like to branch out to do other things as well, like the platformers and the adventures and the Metroidvania kind of games. I think there will be interesting new content for me to try to explore, and hope I'll be able to get some new viewers soon. But as far as what's happening right now in FF12, I'm just basically just exploring some areas I did not get to explore for the Westersand. I don't spend too much time on there, I don't think. I'm just showing off what's there, and showing off also. I'm trying to think of anything else. I'm not sure if there's anything else, man. I haven't had a thing to say. I mean, look at the what's it? It's just a plain, lifeless, friggin' desert. But what's interesting here is this part of the Westersand actually interconnects with the Giza Plains. So if you ever want to go from one area to a new area, I think I show this off right. No, I don't show this off just yet. But I do recall showing off a bit where you can go from the Westersand to the Giza Plains. So that way, if you ever need to travel to like a brand new area without needing to use a teleport sphere, you can teleport crystal rather. You can do that. So these these Al runes here, Alra runes, you know, they're basically as the same as the rogue tomatoes. Although the succulent fruits can sell for a good amount of loot. So if you're ever short on cash, you can grind off them for a while. So that way you can catch up on the equipment and the spells you might not be able to get to from before. And they're also weak to wind too, because if you want to start like a chain of them, they're great to chain off of because yeah, they're great to chain off of because of they can give you better and better drops as it goes along, of course. And, yep. So you see right there, that was actually one of the first jump cuts I've made. What you saw just a few seconds ago. I just jump cut straight to the save point. I just sell my stuff here and blah 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 blah. I find it interesting that a lot of the NPCs all have different names. Like you would think that almost everyone could just be traveling merchant, traveling merchant, traveling merchant. Or like in Final Fantasy X, you see the same traveling merchant, Owaka to the 23rd, merchant extraordinaire. I always like that as a gag in Final Fantasy X, that you come across the same guy over and over. Oh wait, cutscene.
So, where exactly is Raithwall's tomb?
Far to the west. We must first cross Yogir Yensa, and beyond that, the Nam Yensa, before we reach the tomb. An expanse of desert larger still than all of Delmaska. We must pace ourselves. If you grow tired, we stop and take rest.
You don't have to worry about me. I'm tougher than I look.
You are at that.
Alright, so that is our mission objective in terms of advancing the plot. We must walk all the way to King Raithwall's tomb while encountering a crap ton of enemies along the way. So that means that if you have not gotten any quickenings yet, you can do so at this point. Although for me, I remember speaking to Eternal about it. He told me that there will be a way for me to edit the license board, because I kind of didn't want to miss out on the extra perks and buffs you can get from their classes, unless there is a way via summons, of course, or espers in this case, that you can bypass at least one of them. At least that's what I'm hoping. Hopefully Eternal can confirm that for me at some point, if the espers are indeed a way to allow me to at least access the extra pad, because I noticed on the struggle board that there are 3 quickening nodes that you have to unlock in order to get those extra stat augments and skills and things like that. It did not occur to me when I first viewed it that it was going to be a bit of an issue, but you know, that's how life goes. If there is no such code, then I do want to eventually show off. I do want to eventually what you call it, complete the whole board, or at least complete as much as I can. So I will definitely think of something for sure, or Eternal can think of something, whichever works. All right, so I mean, normally I would be using the wind, the arrow spell, to wipe these guys out, no problem. But I do kind of want to conserve my MP a little bit because Ether and Charge are not exactly frequent at the moment. The Charge ability, I mean. I have bought the ability, I just don't have the means to use it yet. So I'm just gonna stick with just plain old physical attacks and just keep whacking away and keep slashing away. Oh my god. Oh yeah, what I also like to do is keep my party's levels pretty much the same, or at least as much as possible. Because I just don't want anyone exactly to be falling behind in terms of levels. So I kind of have to keep everyone of level. And I think that's probably one of the better things about Final Fantasy 12 is that you can grind for as long as you need to without bogging down the pace a bit. Although the amount of time you spend grinding will be basically up to you if you think it's gonna be cool or if you think it's just gonna be frustrating. I think it really depends on the player. So I remember one of the many criticisms of the game. I don't know if I would call them many, but one of the criticisms of the game is that the enemies levels also get scaled based on your level, so it makes it pretty hard for you to grind them, efficiently, without them doing enough damage to you to point you to use up your resources to heal.
A construct to draw oil from the ground. Abandoned many years now, it seems.
Did Dalmaskans build this?
No, the Rosarians. Their empire lies far to the west, ever at war with Arcadia. Heedless of the kingdoms caught in their midst. Dalmasca, Nabradia, Landis.
'Tis the small craft's fate to watch the list of the galleons and pray for light winds.
Vossler, why are you here?
Imagine my surprise when upon my return to Bogerba, I find both you and the Lady Ash have vanished. I thought you above consorting with sky pirates.
Balthier is a man worthy of our trust, and it was the Lady Ash's decision. I am content to lend my arm, as I could not when Rassler died, when her throne was taken. Never again. I will defend her this time.
You walked the Knight's path. The Lady Ash?
We should leave this place.
Let me guess. Sandstorm?
Something far worse.
I see. So the Dawn Shard does lie in King Raithwall's tomb. The Marquis sympathizes with your plight, yet the Empire perches as a carrion bird on his shoulder. He can keep whispers of your abduction silent for only so long.
Yes. Tell me, Vossler, what have you accomplished?
We leave at once. This is Urutan Yensa territory, and they are unfond of visitors. Looks like we've attracted the wrong sort of attention. Let's quit this place while we still can. Move!
Vossler! Have you found the means to restore Dalmasca?
First, we must claim the Dawn Shard. It all begins with that.
So now we got Vossler back in our party, and strangely enough, he decided to follow us right after we properly kidnapped the princess. But you see right there, that's another jump cut I decided to make here, because if you recall from one of my previous videos, I did accept a side quest, a hunt, if you will, to track down the Nidhogg, which is located in the Lushu mines. Of course, taking on the Nidhogg, it can be really tough because that monster is not only very aggressive, but he can inflict poison upon contact, and he is really, really fast. So you can get like 4 to 6 hits in a row, and that's no bueno. That's no fun. So, what I would suggest is, as soon as you get Vossler back in your party, then you can go after the Nidhogg, because Vossler, at least in this patch, anyways, has the expose and wither techniques that allows him to lower the stats of the foe, which can be really, really helpful in case you're in a little bit of a tight spot, or if you want to just end the battle really quickly. I would also recommend you have someone with Kiora. Well, I guess in this game's case, your only choice would be Penelo at this point in time. And the reason why is because Kiora heals everyone in the range, in the whole AOE party, and it heals for quite a bit too. Because I'm aware that I did not open the gate over there just yet. I will definitely get to it eventually, because I will be coming back to this mine when I can explore a bit further in. That won't be for a while though. That's just the only thing. It will not be for a while. It'll probably have to be during like a side quest or something where I can do it. And this game definitely has plenty of side quests for you to do. Oh yeah, and one more thing too. I would also recommend that, of course, when you do get the chance, of course, I would also recommend you give everyone Protect. And let that last as long as it can, because it'll at the very least reduce the amount of damage done to you physically, and you'll be spending less time healing, and you can just stay more on offense that way. So that's what I recommend that you do, including your guest party member. Yes, Vossler would be quite helpful here at this point, because again, he has like expose and wither, the stat reducing techniques. So you'll definitely want him for that. And there he is right there. Hopefully, no other enemies will join in the party. If it's just giving you like a bat, then you can probably just take care of that yourself. Because the only thing about these kind of hunts is that other enemies that you normally fight can also join in on this too. So if you could, just try to take it to a isolated portion of the dungeon, and then you can just focus fire on the Nidhogg himself. And yeah, you can see here, this Nidhogg can get really aggressive. And he just starts hitting you for well over 150 damage or so. Having the multi-hit weapons do help, like daggers and poles and things like that. Those do help. Yeah, and also make sure you bring plenty of Phoenix Downs too. Like, you shouldn't need more than 10. I'm sorry, more than 20 rather. But you do want to make sure everyone is as healthy as one can be, and of course get rid of the poison when you can, because the extra damage will definitely carry over. Oh yeah, he also has Soul Eater, which I think does more damage by sacrificing your HP, I want to say. I'll have to give that a try at some point. What? Just a second. And that is the Nidhogg down. And of course, I just be switching up my party members there again, because Penelo has served her purpose there. Actually, in hindsight, I probably could just jump cut to the next time I meet up with the petitioner there. I'm not sure why I didn't do that, but I will. But now that I think about it, it is something I should definitely do for next time that I go on a hunt, and then I can just look, and I can just transition to where I'm supposed to meet up with the petitioner, and then just claim my reward. All right, so once you're done with the Nidhogg, you won't have to come back here for a while. Because like I said, this dungeon does expand. I think you just need keys. Yeah, you need like dungeon keys in order for you to advance just a bit further. Just give me one more minute. Hold on. Sorry about that once again. I just have company over at the moment, so I better really finish this up. So yeah, that is pretty much all here there is to say at this point in time. Next time we meet, we are going to be doing some more hunts, as much as we can, with while keeping Voxler in our party, and then we will proceed to Raithwall's tomb. Until then, thank you all for watching, and see you next time.